Okay, hopefully you have a roller or a ball handy. And we're actually going to go barefoot today, at least to start, because we're going to roll out our feet. So have your roller. A roller actually works awesome if you have a foam roller. I actually like to stand on a foam roller when I'm working on my computer at the desk because it's high and my feet kind of can get rolled out there. And then I have kind of a squishy ball that's good for your feet. You can still use your tennis ball as well. And then we're also going to need just one weight today. Most of our work today is going to be body weight, but we do have a little bit going on with a weight. And there are a couple things, if you don't hold a plank, have a mini band available. And I'll show you what you'll do with that otherwise. Here we go. Okay, so to start us off, I'm going to have you go ahead and come onto your knees and curl your toes under. So hopefully you can get barefoot fairly easy. Just curl those toes under, sit nice and tall, and put weight back on your feet. So getting a little bit of stretch underneath the feet. We might as well throw in some arms while we're here. So just lift those arms and lean to one side and then to the other. All right, and then go ahead and come up and we're gonna get to work rolling those feet. So start with your ball actually underneath the pad of your heel. And if you're using your foam roller, just go ahead and stand on the top of it, but try to find there's like a little pressure point between where the arch of your foot and the heel kind of start. So you put your toes on the ground, or you can just find that on the roller and roll the ball left and right, left and right. And just a little bit of pressure. Sometimes we think more is better. It's not always that way. Left and right, left and right. And then I'm going to have you put the ball under your big toe ball mound, or if you're on that roller, just kind of try to find pressure on that big toe ball mound. And then you're going to roll the ball down the arch toward your heel. Pick your foot up, second toe, roll it down the foot toward that heel. My foot's popping. It feels awesome. Third toe, roll down toward that heel. Fourth toe, down, and then the pinky toe, roll down. Okay, now put your heel on the ground and rotate the ball, like the toe mound, I guess, the pads where the toes connect with the foot, back and forth. So you just kind of windshield wiper your foot left and right with the heel on the ground. And then we're going to roll around just crazy, whatever feels good, back and forth, all around through the arch and the heel, down toward the toes. Whoop, come back. All right, and then before we switch to the other side, we're just going to lean forward and stretch over the legs and see if you feel any difference from one leg to the other. It's crazy how working the foot out can kind of travel up the entire leg. Okay, now we can switch to the other side. So we're going to start with the toes on the ground, put the ball back where the heel connects to the arch and kind of rotate side to side. Good, rotating back and forth. So try your best to keep the rest of the foot relaxed while you're rotating the foot side to side. Good. All right, and then we'll put the ball on that big toe ball mound and then drive it down through the arch to the heel. Second toe, down the arch to the heel. Third toe, drive it down toward that heel. Fourth and fifth. Nicely done. Okay, and then put your heel on the ground and then wipe your toes, or that mound that the toes insert into the foot, the pillowy mound. I do not know the technical term for that, I guess. Roving side to side. Good. All right, and then pick your foot up and just roll all around whatever direction you want, letting kind of that foot round over the ball. You're not trying to hold pressure or tension in your foot. Back and forth all around. All right, and then you can get rid of your ball. Hinge forward over those legs again. Hopefully they feel a little more level. Your feet feel happy and ready to go. All right. While you're here, let's go through a few just kind of calf raises. You can stay hinged forward. If you are not able to reach the ground, grab something that brings the floor up to you, right? Anything will work. A bench, some books, your weight, whatever. So just lift up off those toes and then set them down. Lift up off, set them down. Keep that core always strong, shoulder blades sliding down the back. Good. And then stand on up for me real quick. And we're going to rotate those ankles. So extend one leg out, just rotate your foot around. Go 3, 4, 5, and then the other way. So we're going to be on a timer today. All right, switch to the other side. We're going to be starting off with single leg deadlifts using your weight. You can hold your weight, 2 weights in front of you, or you can hold 1 kettlebell or 1 weight in one hand. Totally up to you. We're going to go on the timer, 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of transition. From there, we're going to do a calf raise. Let's go ahead and squat down nice and deep, get those hips open, hinge side to side. So we're going through 3 rounds of work. So each round will have a different type of calf raise, just where we put our feet. Then we're going to be doing a figure 4 squat hold. Okay, so if you need a wall or chair or something to support, that's fine. But basically, we're going to be taking your foot across, creating a figure 4, and then you're just going to hold that squat, trying to keep the knee and toe in a line, and the other foot is going to be flexed. Okay, so we'll do both sides. Then we're going to do, you guys can join me, this is still kind of a warm-up, a down dog with a cross tuck. So you hit your down dog, slide forward, and you're going to pull your right knee across to the left elbow, then left knee across to the right elbow. So you're shifting from down dog to plank. And we're just going to alternate side to side through our 30 seconds. So here, if you don't plank, you're going to lie on the ground and do a dead bug. So just holding that core and then kicking opposite arm and leg, keeping the abdomen super firm. Okay, from here, you're going to do kind of a funky kind of like half wild thing. I don't know if you've done yoga before or not, but basically here's how it's going to go. If you're sitting on the ground, put more of your weight on your left butt cheek and put your left hand on the ground. Bend your right knee and then push yourself up. Okay, so basically you're going to be pushed up, left hand, right leg, and then you're going to lift the left leg up and down. So we're going to go 30 seconds each side here. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, you stay on the ground and you just pull the leg up, getting into those adductors. So it's an adductor pull. Okay, last one, and then we're going to get started, is the get up. Okay, so this is for your core. You're going to sink nice and low into your squat, roll all the way down, legs will come up, crunch your feet in, and come to the top. If getting up and down is tough for you, you're going to start by facing the mat. You kind of twist, put your hands on the ground, twist it down, lie back, crisscross your legs the other way, and then you're going to twist toward the mat coming up here. All right. That puts us through everything we're doing. So grab your weight and get ready. We're going to start off with those single leg deadlifts. So I really like to do these barefoot sometimes to help me kind of see how my foot is able and stable to support. If you need to go back into shoes for your arches or whatever, obviously that's okay. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds, ready, set, and go. So you would hold the bell with your left hand, support with the right leg. Think through the whole body. Reach long through the spine. Keep your knee lining up with your toes. You don't need a rush here. It's keeping support, flex, and work through that glute and hamstring. Belly nice and strong. Keep the back leg strong and flexed as well. All right, there's your time. So just switch to the other side. Left foot on the ground. Core nice and strong. Lift through the chest. Here we go. Ready, set, and go. Think about kind of finding all four corners of your foot to support the whole body. So this is why we want to take care of our feet. Think about how much pressure we put on one foot. That left foot is supporting everything else through that whole body, including the weight. 3 seconds, then we'll be in our calf raise. All right, coming up, slide shoulders back and down. Toes are going to be straight ahead. Chest is super tall, core nice and strong, and then you're going to kick those heels up and drop. I actually should probably do more of these myself. I have really tight ankles, so that's something I think that would help develop my squat and lunges, especially lateral lunges. The ankles, remember, is where we want mobility, so it can bother your knees if your ankles are tight, so you got to watch that. Lift nice and high, core super strong. Okay, there's our timer. You can put the bell or weight down, and we're going to go to our figure 4. So whichever leg you would like. I'm going to start with my right over, cross it over. Make sure you flex through your foot. Sit as low as you can and hold. So this is where you check in with the body. Neck relaxed, face relaxed. Drop that knee out and down as much as you can, and then flex into your supporting leg. Where's the core? Where's the upper middle back? Belly strong, hinge those hips back. Try to keep your hips level. You got it. Okay, before we come up, hinge forward, get a little mini stretch in there, and then stand, and we'll get set for the other side. Right leg down, left foot across, flex through that foot, and then hinge. Watch that knee, keep it lined up with your toe. Good job. Wherever you want to put your hands. Good. Push those hips back. Flex a lot through that lifted leg. Doing great. After this one, we're going to that down dog, cross tuck, or your dead bug. Flex deep into that left foot. Okay, our stretch. Hit your little stretch, and then release. Okay, let's find that downward facing dog. Press into those thumbs and fingers. Down dog and tuck. So this, find your happy pace. Too fast and you lose a lot of flexion and connection. Too slow and you don't get very many reps. So you want a few reps. Pull that knee as high as you can toward your tricep. As you push back, slide the shoulder blades down the spine. Make sure you're not rounding in the low back. And time. Okay, we're going to take that funky position. So put your left hand on the ground, your right foot down, lift the hips, and then see if you can lift the bottom left leg. So your right foot supporting. Good. You should feel the adductor supporting on that one leg, and then the adductor lifting on the other. Use the core. Nice work, you guys. Lift up out of that chest. Flex your foot. Woo! Grab through the muscle underneath your shoulder blade and underneath your armpit. Okay, switching to the other side. Right hand plants, left foot down. Lift those hips, and then you're going to lift and lower the right leg. Try to stack your shoulders. Lift your hips as high as possible. There's as much work, if not more, going on in your supporting leg. Flex through that foot. All right, gear up for your get-ups, whether you're twisting and standing or rolling back to lift. Use the core, and then here we go. Roll it in, step it up. When you roll back, make sure that low back connects with the mat. If your hips are tight, try crossing your feet. Use your core, and then of course those legs. Grab through that belly. All right, there we go. One round down, not too intense, but just focused. Making sure, we're fast, body's healthy and strong. Okay, hit up your single leg deadlift. Hinge forward, press it up. Find that core. Take your time to think through the entire body. Upper, middle, back, core, back leg. Notice if you're rocking to one side or the other on the foot. It's just feedback. I'm going to get one more, and then we'll switch to the other side. Keep that whole kinetic chain nice and strong. Set up. If you're on your right leg, left hand holding the weight. So whichever leg is going back, that's the arm that's holding the weight. If you're feeling your low back, level off the hips, flex into the core, and maybe try holding the bell with both hands. Something about getting both hands together that can help support for the low back, but try to keep it one and focus on that core flexion. Okay, for our calf raises, you're going to point your toes together. Bring your toes in, shoulders back and down, butt is strong, belly strong. Lift as high as you can through those heels. Keep the core locked in just as if you're in a plank. Good, good. So we're getting different angles of those calves and even the feet. Lock into that core. Okay, you're there. Now we're going to do that figure 4 squat. I'm going to start right leg down this time, left leg across, flex the foot, hinge those hips, back and down. Lift the chest, flex through that foot, contract. An isometric exercise, right? So you're flexing while not moving. You're wrapping your muscles to the bone. Hopefully those hips are square and level. Knee is lining with the toes. Flex that upper foot, the one up on top. Okay, take your little stretch. Just straighten through the leg and then come up and we'll gear up for the other side. Plant that foot, knee lines with the toe. Cross that ankle over, sit low. How low can you sit? Make sure the hips are pushing back. So as much as you can, make sure that you're not hinging over. Drop your knee toward the ground. Keep flexing the foot. How low can you get those hips down? One of these days we'll go into a full pistol squat. Belly firm. We're going to do the down dog crosses for next. Oh, okay. So hit up your downward facing dog. And we're going to cross that right knee to the left tricep. Get a big hinge. Big pull forward. Make sure the shoulders get all the way up over those fingertips. Get the belly super involved. Build some heat there. Drive those shoulder blades down the back. Belly stays strong. 5 seconds left. And time. All right, bringing it down. We're going to do the adductor set. So one, your right foot down, left hand down, lift the hips, and then lift through that lower leg. If you need to, just keep the hips on the ground. Try to keep the supporting leg right under the knee. As always, that knee is tracking with the toes. Again, try to find all four corners of that foot. Lots of core, lots of oblique. How high can you get your hips? And time. Other side. Face you this time. Left foot down, right hand plants, and go. Lift. It's crazy how different I am. One side to the other. Flex that lifting foot. So we're trying to keep flex going on. Don't just get the movement. What are you doing to get the most out of it? Spread those fingertips on the ground nice and wide. Okay, we're going to do our get-ups. Lower back. Get those legs out, or if you're starting at the top of your mat, here we go. Crunch it in and stand. Hinge back. Get that low back in the ground. Woo. Still finding that tall back, right? Level off pelvis. Doing awesome. And time. All right. Good job. Last round. Get your bell ready. Find that right hand holding the weight. Oh, I didn't do my math right. Okay, ready, set, go. Hinge forward and then press up. Hinge that body forward, nice and low, wherever you can keep your upper back flexed and held together. So envision if you were to look at yourself in a mirror, at the bottom, your back leg is straight and flexed, top upper body is long and flexed, chest is lifting. All right, other side. So trying to keep those hips level and stable. Left hand on the bell, right hand or right leg on the ground. Spread across that foot. Try not to grip with your toes. Can you drag in that belly button anymore? Don't worry about touching the ground. I have to watch that sometimes. I just get lost and reach for the ground as opposed to thinking about what's going on with the rest of my body. Kick that leg straight back. Try not to let it cut behind. All right, we're going calf raises. Toes are out, heels are in. Good old Mary Poppins pose. And then here we go. Lift nice and high through the chest. Core firm. Always, always. But wrapped all the way around, right? Not just trying to flatten your belly and suck it in, but working to flex around that whole torso, creating health and flexion and support. Okay, weight goes down. Gear up for your figure four squat. I'm going to start right leg down, left leg across. Don't forget to flex that left foot. Okay, challenge if you would like. Put your hands together and take your elbows outside that one leg. Push into them. Keep that foot flexed. Just an added little twist. If you can hold it. Sit those hips back. Drop that the upper knee toward the ground. Line that knee and toe. Woo! I almost fell. Okay, hinge forward. Take your little stretch. Other side. Cross the foot over. Flex that foot. Sit down. Find your balance first. If you want, take the challenge. As long as you don't lose that squared off pelvis. Remember, the twist should come through your mid back. Use the core. You know how you tighten your core in a dead bug or in a plank? That's what we want here. Tighten that core. Relax in the neck. Okay, take your little forward stretch. Nicely done. Now we're going to do our downward facing dog. Tuck across. Drive into that back. Tug one knee across to the opposite tricep. So feel like you're pushing and controlling through the upper back. And then the core, of course, is wrapping super strong. Try to keep straight, strong, flat upper back. And watch the pelvis, right? So the pelvis is where we keep our low back healthy, keeping it in neutral. All right. Now we're going to do our semi-wild thing. Adductor pull. Left hand down, right foot down, lift, and then pull. Can you imagine putting like ankle weights on that lifting leg? Hoiza. That would add some fun little extra flexion. Lift through those hips. Flex into the core. Open that chest. Other side. So right hand down, left foot down, lift nice and high. Find those obliques contracting and controlling. Flex that lifting leg. You guys are looking amazing. Control the upper body, that weight with your back, your core, and flex into both sides. Okay, hitting up those get-ups. Hold a little hollow hold first if you'd like. Wait for our timer. And tuck and go. Extend, tuck, and stand. Contract through that core. Remember, don't just focus on the move. What are you using to control your drop and control the stand? Wrap around that core, and we made it. All right. Go ahead and roll yourself forward onto your hands and knees. Give me a quick child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes together. Hinge it back. Stretch those arms way out in front. Good job. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure I've told you all, sometimes I go mental if it's not super high intensity, but I'm still sweating. Okay, push into those hands. Drive back into your downward facing dog. Drop your right knee a lot and drive through the left heel. Wrap your right foot around your left ankle so that you get a little more stretch to the calf. So from here, you can kind of decide if you feel better to hinge back a little deeper, drop forward a little more, but you'll get that place where you really feel that calf stretch. Slide those shoulder blades down, hollow out your armpits, go to the other side. So your right foot's going to plant, left foot wraps around that right ankle. You find that position where you really get into the calf. Maybe a micro bend in your right knee. Okay, then plant your feet wide on your mat. Hopefully your back and arms are okay. Otherwise, just take a quick break and come back. And then hinge your hips over to the left. You're going to get more stretch to that left leg. Slide those shoulder blades down. And then hinge those hips over to the right. That's it. Perfect. Slide down. Hinge to the left. And one more time, hinge to the right. Okay, walk your feet in to meet your hands. You're going to be in your forward fold. Just push your hips kind of back and then let the head drop forward. And then pull your outer edge, the pinky toe side of your foot. Try to pull that off the mat. So you're internally rotating your feet. Again, just some ankle rotation and movement. Push into that big toe. Try to get all the other toes off the ground and try to get an open edge on the outer edge. Okay, and then we're going to go the other direction. So now open the inner arch and then set the outer edge of your feet on the ground, rotating there. And then come back to center and then see if you can rock forward to put all the weight on the toes and the toe mound. And then drop back on your heels, lift the toes, and then find all four corners of the feet, right? So the big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound, inner heel, outer heel. Grab the core, slide those shoulder blades down. Gently bend your knees, core strong, back flat. Come all the way up, and we're going to find our stack at the top. Tuck in those hips, flex through those glutes, slide the shoulder blades back and down, and there you have your awesome stance power posture. All right, you guys, you did awesome.